Hi, I'm Pastor Terry Gallagher, and I'm in Washington, D.C. today as part of the National Council of Churches panel on the need for chemical safety reform. Now, it kind of be odd. Why would a pastor be involved in an issue of chemical safety reform? Well, the truth is I'm kind of odd anyway. Before I became a pastor, I was a chemical plant manager. I was in the chemical industry for 30 years, and so I've dealt with chemicals for a very long time. And as a pastor, I've been called to an awareness and to raise an awareness in the world that God calls us to be good stewards. God calls us to take care of the least of these. And so when we look into chemical safety reform, we look at what are the effects, both known and unknown, that are causing problems for God's creation. In the chemical world, we look at effects and we broadly put them in two categories: acute and chronic. Acute are those that happen right now, that hurt you right now, and those are the ones that we can understand because we can feel them, we can smell them, we can taste them. But the broader risk category is what we call chronic hazards. And those are the chemicals that, through minute exposures over repeated times, can cause problems, whether the problem is cancer or neurological or some other disease of the body. How do we protect against those? How do we regulate against those? Because we're talking in parts per million and parts per billion, things that we can't tell with our senses. And the answer to that is we have to do it scientifically. We have to measure, we have to assess the risk, and we have to control the risk. And we have to communicate this knowledge based on that science. Now, at a time when it's popular to ridicule science, at a time in our country where we dismiss science as knowledge, it's hard to put forth this message, but it's a very important message. Now, I might not like what science tells me, but that doesn't mean it isn't true. It's kind of like gravity. I might not like the law of gravity. I might not like the fact that I can't flap my wings and fly, but that doesn't take away from the truth that gravity is real. And if I try flying out a window, well, I'm going to hit the ground because the laws of gravity are real. The same is true with chemical exposure. I might not like that certain chemicals have bad effects, and that when allowed to be let loose in society can cause bad effects. I might not like that. I might not like it from a business standpoint. I might not even like that from a consumer standpoint, but it doesn't change the fact that it's real. And so that's why I'm here, as a pastor and as a former chemical plant manager, saying that it's time that we update our chemical safety laws, our toxic safety laws, so that we don't have unknowns, that we have the science go forth and create the knowledge on how to handle and use and to create and dispose of chemicals without harming who God would call the least of these. So that's why I'm here. I hope to engage you in this process also. Come on board. Come on board for all of God's good creation. That's what Jesus would have us do.